For you, looking into the future, who's the one guy that you think like, nah, Canelo needs to fight this guy?
I would love him to fight Benavidez. I would love to see him fight Benavidez. That's the fight. Yeah. What else? People might say Charlo or whatever. The rematch against Bivol or Zurdo Ramirez. Benavidez is the fight I would love to see him fight. It's a tough fight, very difficult. I think Benavidez is a great fighter. I think Benavidez could actually beat Canelo, but it would be a great fight. That's the fight I would love to see, definitely.
The dad, senior, feels that that fight won't ever happen. And then Canelo said too, like he doesn't want to fight any more Mexicans.
You know what? Canelo, at this point, he calls the shots. And he also has a little bit of pride, and they're talking shit, they say this, they say that, so I'm never gonna give him the opportunity. He's the cash cow, he's the money guy, the one everybody wants to fight. So he could pick, and there's so many European guys, there's so many American guys, there's so many black guys that he could fight, that he could fight for another 5 years if he wants to, and he doesn't have to fight a Mexican. That's what he's choosing to do. I don't blame him either. He could do whatever he wants. But would we want to see him fight somebody like Benavidez? 100%. That's the fight that I would love to see. So hopefully he does give it to us one day.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest fight that can be made for him. I don't know. You brought up a good point. Maybe part of him is like, this guy's been talking a lot of trash. I'm not going to give him a fight. But on the other part, like me, like not me, but like the fan perspective, like, dude, this is boxing. You're supposed to fight everybody. Like what, like it's a sport. Everybody plays everybody. Everybody fights everybody. Like, how could you say like, I'm not going to, fight this guy? Like, I get where he's coming from to the whole, I don't want to put another Mexican down and stuff like that. I get that, but then like the sport part of me is also like, well, everyone's supposed to fight everybody.
I think it's more about, you guys have been saying this about me, so I don't even want to give you that opportunity to make money. I think it's more in that direction, but he doesn't have to fight Mexicans if he doesn't want to. He could do the fights with so many fighters out there, American, African Americans. He could. Europeans, whatever, there's so many fights out there for him, and he's still a big draw. He still makes all the money in the world, so he doesn't have to please anybody.
But no rematch with Bivol, right? Or yeah.
I think he's going to want to do it.
Well, he's going to want to do it, but is it smart for him to do it?
Well, I think he will do it. You know what? You know why? Because he also has pride, and I also believe that a lot of things happen in boxing training camps. Every fighter has something going on in the training camp that the world doesn't know. Him gassing out or at least showing, taking deep breaths, after the 4th round, it's a big sign of something must have happened in training camp. COVID going around. Maybe he got sick and he just didn't want to mention anything. Maybe he didn't want to cancel. Maybe he got an injury that he just doesn't want to talk about. Maybe personal problems. So much things happen in boxing, man. A lot of people don't see it like that, but they only want to see the day of the fight. But you went through at least 8 weeks of training camp where a lot of injuries happen, a lot of personal problems, a lot of people get sick. COVID's going on, like I mentioned. So something like that could have happened, and that's why maybe he had the performance he had. I think in a rematch, if he's 100%, I think he could do much better, maybe even pull it off. Never know, man. Never know.